welcome to episode 6 of my POA podcast, Black Hand and Beyond. It's been a while. We did like 17 or 18 in a row this spring and got into May and June, and then I took a little break, I guess, in May. I've been judging and doing some other things, working a lot of hours here at the dealership, but we are back tonight on a special night, special time. I hope people weren't sitting around at 6:30 trying to get on. And also, if you know anybody that's having a hard time watching this, it is on my page or whatever you want to call it, Facebook page. It's not broadcast live from the POA history group anymore because of Facebook and Meta and the rules and the rules they did about that. So it's straight from Kent Rourke's page, my page, and which is all right. And then tonight we got a bunch of pictures because tonight is the 3rd annual Cutest Baby Contest. We did have 21 babies enter this year. We had one person enter 9 babies, so that was nice. At the time, it doubled the show pretty much. So last year we had 45 babies, so a little down this year. First year I forget how many. I guess I didn't reach out to breeders as much, but I did advertise it quite a bit on all the groups and stuff, but that's fine. Maybe next year we'll get some more babies. It is kind of fun. I put them on all last night so they could advertise a little bit, and tonight we're going to talk about who they are, the sire, the dam, the owner, and the breeder. And of course, you've been looking at the pictures. We'll show the pictures. We'll go through all 21, and then we'll backtrack. Had it judged today by a non-horse person, just somebody that was judging cute pictures. First 2 years have been women judges, 2 different people. Again, they knew a little bit about horses, but one knew quite a bit about horses. Then last year, the lady knew, she knew how to ride and everything, but they still were judging on cuteness. This year, this person was the first guy to judge, and he had fun. I'll just say he had fun doing it. Not connected to POAs. None of the 3 judged people have been connected to POAs, so that makes it fun too. And again, this is on a cuteness thing, not a photo contest, not a confirmation or whatever like that. It's basically just like when you go into the ring and a judge's opinion, but this isn't on confirmation or anything like that. It's just literally cuteness. So with that said, we'll get into that. I'm going to let a few people get on. I see Jan is on here tonight, Liberty Rose, my favorite podcast of the year. Well, that's good. And so her and her mom do a good podcast too. Linda Hunter, she said hi. She's got some in tonight, a couple babies. She's from Oregon. So, and there's some Jan breeding. Jan's the first one to say hi on there. There's going to be several in here that will trace back to some gold blood and some gold prince blood and some of the stuff, the tribute, you'll see that name and things like that. So that's cool. So let's put the screen on here. There's our logo for the Cutest Baby Contest. Of course, like I said, this is the 3rd annual. The first year we did the podcast, we didn't do the Cutest Baby deal. I didn't think of it soon enough. And but then now we did it in 22, 23, and of course this year. Of course, here's our cover for my POA podcast, Black Hand and Beyond. This was the first year's winner, and the background we changed it a little bit and made this poster, and that was Andrings from Berry Sweet Acres in Minnesota. They won it in 22, and that's Milkshake. Then last year, Porky won it, and that was for the Seehafers in Wisconsin, Seehafer Performance Horses. And again, we changed the background a little bit, but it was the foal and the girl laying there, Jocelyn. So that was the winner last year. So let's see who's going to win it this year. First, we're going to, like I said, we're going to go through in just random order the 21, pretty much how they were entered, how I received them. And then we'll go back, we'll double back, and I won't talk about them as much. I'll just say their name basically and maybe who owns them when I do the honorable mention. The judge felt like he needed a few honorable mentions, and then he did the top 10. So that was cool. I didn't tell him to do honorable mention, but I see why a person would do it. There's a lot of cute babies in here. So hello, Charlie. Charlie says hello. Jerry, Tracy, hi. Jan, great. Okay, so here we go. It's going to be kind of a quick show tonight. I mean, it'll probably be an hour or so to read 21 babies and then go through the winners. But so this one is entry number 101, and this is Trophy's Iceman Warrior. His nickname's Warrior, and he is owned and bred by Linda Hunter. Wildfire Acres POAs in Oregon. He's sired by Misty's Gold Trophy. If you watch the Stallion Showcase, Linda puts him on every year. He's kind of developed over the years. He was younger. She sent me some pictures this last week of him. When we do the Stallion Showcase again, she's got some more modern pictures of him now. So he's a leopard stallion out there in Oregon. He goes back to some famous horses like TNT and Spanish Array, and then also on POA, 7M's Warriors Bar Bob, of course, who was a great son of Ladies Warrior. So then the dam is Sage's Ice Gold Lace is the mother. So that's him from Oregon. That's 101 Trophies Iceman Warrior. Our next one, laying down there. See, I told you there's some really cute ones in here, and it's all opinion, but this is entry number 102. This is Trophies Dunnett and Sunshine. Again, entered by Linda Hunter from Oregon, Wildfire Acres POAs. Same sire as the first one. This is sired by Misty's Gold Trophy, and then the dam is Sage's Rain or Shine. So that's the done there, and they call him Dunny or Red. Now you got to remember, some of these people sent these in a couple weeks ago. One's only a few days old. You'll see in the picture it wasn't even named yet. Some of these registered names, or most of them, are pending right now, of course, and they're pending at the office, or some haven't been sent in, and some of the barn names might get changed. Like this one, they're calling him Dunny or Red. I would definitely call him Dunny. He's got that beautiful line down his back. So that's entry number 102, Trophies Dunnett and Sunshine, Dunny or Red. Okay, so now we go to entry 103 is T Zippin' to Gold, and his barn name is Mickey, and he's owned by and was entered by Sarah Traer from, I believe, Indiana, and he was bred by Lindsay Zom. So I had a school teacher that I really liked in high school named Scott Thayer, and I was so afraid Sarah Traer that I was going to pronounce it Thayer. So Sarah, I'm glad I got your name right, Traer, and we became friends today on Facebook, I believe. So this is sired by the great sire. He's a really famous broodmare sire and just a good all-around POA sire. My Lucky Zipper is the sire of Mickey here, and then the dam is Z Stellar and Gold, and she's an own daughter of Tribute to Hollywood, who did such a good job in POA's Few Spot Stallion, who's, I believe, passed away now, but he did a good job for Zoms in Indiana. So this is entry number 103, T Zippin' to Gold, and they call him Mickey. Okay, entry number 104 is RY Meet Me at the Met, and they call this one Mimi, which is fittingly so. Got a lot of comments on just the beautiful photograph with the mountain in the background and the kind of the fuzzy on the bottom, fuzzy on the top, and then the fold just kind of pops out at you. So I would enter this in a photo contest for sure. But tonight's the cutest baby contest. I'm sure we'll hear about this one later on when we get into the tops. Tracy said my favorite photo. I don't know if she's talking about this one or the one before, probably this one. Dean says hi. Got to watch the debates for entertainment. So yeah, people, I'd watch the podcast instead of the debates. Record that. So no, this will be recorded too. Tell your friends you can go back on Facebook and watch us anytime, and then it will be shared onto YouTube too on the POA History group on YouTube. So okay, so let's talk about 104 here. This is RY Meet Me at the Met again, Mimi, sent in by Kate Searle. It's bred and owned by the Gardners, of course, Mike and Shauna Gardner, owned by Mike and Jordan Gardner. It's sired by their great stallion, RY Diamond Equity. He's etched out a career for him out there in Utah. And then the dam is RY No Doubt I'm Whimsy, and she's an own daughter of the well-known quarter-horse No Doubt I'm Lazy. So this baby's a grand get of the quarter-horse No Doubt I'm Lazy. And then, of course, RY Diamond Equity is screaming up the leading sires list fast. So this is Mimi, RY Meet Me at the Met, entry number 104. Okay, we move on to entry number 105. And these were, the next 9 were entered by Jordan Ashbrenner, and they're bred and owned by her and her mother, Wendy Zastro from Wisconsin. And I want to thank them again for putting so many in. They enter every year. They also put their stallions in the showcase. And she also did me a great favor by putting the names of the babies on the bottom. Now with 21, I could memorize the pictures with the names pretty easy, but the last couple of years when we had 40 some, it was a little more difficult. I did it, and I write notes, like in this one I have whatever, Bay with the blaze with the kid smiling or whatever, you know, and in a one sock I write little notes, or maybe Palomino mare in the background. But when she's got the names on the bottom, that helps too. So thanks a lot for that, Jordan, and again for entering so many. So this is Jordy, lot 105. His registered name's going to be HGF, Just a Lil Loper. Of course, HGF is their place, Hidden Gem Farms in Wisconsin. And this one's sired by, like all of them are of theirs, entered this year, Clay Hill Lazy Loper. He's a good few spot. You've seen pictures of him. He's getting to be a known POA sire. And then the dam is AKA Lucky Number Heaven. And of course, she's sired by the good POA few spot stallion from years ago, Kiddo's Seventh Heaven, who was also in Wisconsin. So again, entry number 105 is HGF, Just a Lil Loper, and they call him Jordy. Moving to entry number 106, and this is HGF, Too Cool to Lope, and they call this one Cat. And again, entered by Wendy Zastro and Jordan Ashbrenner. They're the breeders and owner. Clay Hill Lazy Loper's the sire. And Guns and Real Dynamite is the dam. And that mare's by T&E 2 Real. And then, of course, she's out of the well-known champion mare Gunnerette, who, if you watched the hardship episode of the podcast a year ago or so, she's highlighted on there. She's also a champion, multiple champion producer, national champion Gunnerette. So this colt's a grand get of Gunnerette. They call this one Cat. Again, entry 106, HGF, Too Cool to Lope. If you hear a little rustling of papers, I got about 4 or 5 papers in front of me. So, okay, we move on to entry number 107. This is HGF, Ring Around My Loper, and they call him Halo. Again, entered by Wendy Zastro and Jordan Ashbrenner from Wisconsin, Hidden Gem Farms. Clay Hill Lazy Lopers, the sire again, and the mare is Eagles Smart Lily, and I believe she is a daughter of Eagles Sparkleina and App, I think is how she's bred, so according to All Breed Pedigree. So again, entry number 107 is HGF, Ring Around My Loper, and they call him Halo. Feeling his milk there, feeling his oats. Okay, entry number 108 is HGF, I'm a Dandy Loper, and they call this one Dandelion or Dandy. Again, Wendy Zastro and Jordan Ashbrenner. Sire is Clay Hill Lazy Loper. The dam is AKA Time and Again. They have a couple of those good AKA mares there from a good founded, program up in Wisconsin. Amber has the AKAs, and one of her good sires was Tribute to Intense, and that's the sire to the dam of this one. AKA Time and Again is a daughter of Tribute to Intense, who's a national champion colt. So this is HGF, I'm a Dandy Loper, and they call this one Dandelion. Entry number 108 if you're following at home. All these got a lot of likes. Thank you guys for liking that. Someone even thought we were judging popularity-wise. That way you can go back and see some had 80, 90 likes. And then others didn't have as many. But it was judged like it has been the last few years. But it was cool to see people commenting on them and liking them. So that was nice. Okay, let's move on to entry number 109. And this is HGF, Watch Me Lope. And this is Ben, they call him, and is his barn name. And again, Wendy Zastro and Jordan Ashbrenner, Hidden Gem Farms, sired by Clay Hill Lazy Loper. And the dam is Whiz, Chick, and Time. So not chicken like buck, but, you know, like the quarter horse, Chick, C-H-I-C, and Time. And then, of course, that's a POA mare. She's a daughter of Check's Rooster, AQHA stallion. So you can figure out that pedigree there with the Whiz, the Chick, and the Rooster, and the Checks, all that. So entry number 109, HGF Watch Me Lope, and his nickname or barn name is Ben. Looks like he's getting watched over there pretty well by his little helper there and his mom. So that was entry number 109. We move on to entry 110. And this one was just born pretty much when she sent all these in. She didn't have a name at the time. She does now. But that's why this one's pretty young in this picture. So a little disadvantage, but you know, they can be cute when they're that young too. So this is entry 110, HGF Double Zip Chocolate. And they call this one Ozzy. And again, Wendy's Astro and Jordan Ashbrenner, Hidden Gem Farm. Sire's Clay Hill Lazy Loper. He was a busy dude last year, wasn't he? Last spring. He probably was again this year. And then the dam is also a Clay Hill Chocolate Belle. And she's the daughter of the quarter horse Spittin' George. Of course, the Clay Hills is Maxine and Chuck Shackleton from Iowa. Long time good POA breeders. Have bred a lot of good POAs with the Clay Hill prefix. So, and then Jordan is using their breeding to cross with a lot of stuff because she has Clay Hill Lazy Loper, but she also has this mare Clay Hill Chocolate Belle. So this is Ozzy, and his registered name will be HGF Double Zip Chocolate. And tonight he is entry number 110. We move on to entry 111, and this is HGF That Dirty Loper, and his nickname is Rex. Again, Wendy Zastro and Jordan Ashbrenner, Hidden Gem Farm. Clay Hill Lazy Loper again is the sire, and the dam is Dirty Tara. Of course, Dirty Tara is the daughter of his Dirty Dealer, who was with Bob Roseland for a long time. Now he's with Terry Thorson, both from Iowa, so a lot of his foals are out there. He seems to be a filly sire, siring a lot of good fillies. He sired some good colts too as well, so he's a few spot stallion, getting up there in age, but he's got a lot of good offspring out there. His Dirty Dealer, his daughter's crossing well with Clay Hill Lazy Loper, and that got you entry number 111 tonight, HGF That Dirty Loper, barn name, nickname, Rex. Jan said they bred to Spitting George many years ago. Nice horse. He must be an Iowa quarter horse stallion because Chuck bred to him too, I believe, Shackleton. So, okay, so now we move on to 112. And we have another HGF. Again, thank you, Jordan and Wendy, for entering so many. This one is HGF Just a Margarita. Fitting barn name is Rita. Again, Wendy's Astro and Jordan Ashbrenner, Hidden Gem Farm. Clay Hill Lazy Loper is the sire again. And you see a lot of variety in his foals, different colors, and you know some of the different mares they're using. And then the dam is Farah's Moonshine. She's a quarter horse, and she's a daughter of Cody's Dun Skip, AQHA stallion. So again, this is 112, HGF, Just a Margarita. They call her Rita. Now we move on to entry 113. This is HGF Sunday's News. I like that name a lot. Ty is what they call him. Again, Wendy's Astro and Jordan Ashbrenner. This is their last of their 9 here entered tonight. Again, Clay Hill Lazy Loper is the sire, and Eagles View Grayson, a daughter of Doc's Macho Man, is the dam there, licking her baby, making sure he's okay. So that's a pretty cute baby. All these are cute. I'd say all these babies entered tonight are cute, and I like that. Again, thank you everybody for participating in this. So that's entry number 113, HGF Sunday's News. They call him Ty. And that ends the HGF segment of the show. But thank you again for 9 babies. I'm glad we had them. So we move on to entry number 114 tonight. And this is Batmobile, and the nickname or barn name is Robin. And this one is owned by McGuire and Spencer Biggs from Oklahoma. The sire is the very well-known quarter horse stallion Batman. That's cool to see in POAs. And then the dam is Fleur de Lexus. If you recognize that name, that's because Outrageous Cajun was bred to Lexus, the very famous POA mare, great performance mare, of course, full sister to First Impulse. And they got Cajun Cruiser from that cross, and they also got this mare standing in this picture. And that doesn't hurt the cuteness of this baby at all, that mare. I fell in love with that mare as soon as I seen that picture. And then, of course, I seen the pedigree, and I kind of knew who she was then. But she would be a full sister to Cajun Cruiser, the mare would be. So this is, again, number 114, Batmobile, and they nicknamed it Robin, and it's owned by the Biggs from Oklahoma. So McGuire and Spencer Biggs. Gonna hear a lot from this baby, and we'll see how it does tonight in the cutest baby competition. So again, 114. We move on to 115, and this is Berry Sweet Jelly Bean, and they call it Jelly Bean. I think they even call it Bean for short. This is Tim and Melissa Andring from Minnesota, Berry Sweet Acres. Of course, they won the very first cutest foal contest with the colt out of the mare in the background there. That mare standing back there is Silver's Precious Lady. She's a daughter of the Silver Kid, and her baby Milkshake won in 22. So the first cutest foal contest brought to you by the POA podcast, Black Hand and Beyond. The sire of this baby is Super Cool. Of course, Super Cool is a product of Jess Drish, Kada, and the Pony Farm. So, RPR's Impulsive Superman. You get a lot of the super names like Super Cool, Supernatural. You guys have all seen those names. They all come from that line. So a lot of good performance bloodlines through the years there. And that's the sire of entry 115 tonight, Berry Sweet Jelly Bean, and they call it Jelly Bean. Look at the wood shavings hanging off from the milk. I think that's cool. So that's a unique picture for sure. We'll see how it does tonight. Okay, we're moving on to entry number 116. This is another Berry Sweet. This is Berry Sweet Lullaby. They call her Leah, I believe. And Tim and Melissa Andring again from Berry Sweet Acres. This is sired by, this one by 50 Shades Darker. The other one was sired by Super Cool. I should mention that is Tim and Melissa's young stallion, Super Cool. They do own him, and they're getting babies out of him down in southern Minnesota. But this one here is by Damon Stallion, 50 Shades Darker. Andring's bred Dutch Rock and Roll to him. Dutch Rock and Roll is an own daughter of R.Y. Major Equity, who, if you don't remember him, go back and look. If you're newer to POAs, he was a beautifully marked, beautifully built stallion, did well in pretty much everything they tried to do with him, and he also became a great sire, too, a product of the Gardners from Utah, Rockin' Y. And so that's the great-grandsire of this one. Again, it's by 50 Shades Darker. This is entry number 116 tonight, Berry Sweet Lullaby, and they call her Leah. Let's see some comments here. I think I'm missing some. Pretty. Born on May 4th, so had to have a Star Wars name. Okay, that's why. Leah or Leia. Okay. It's spelled I-L-E-I-A, so got almost all the vowels in there, so didn't hit an O or a U. But okay, so number 117 is next, entry 117. Again, this one was Berry Sweet Lullaby, 116. Here we go to 117, and this is AA's Cosmic Cutie. And I was wondering if the name was going to be Cosmic or Cutie, but they threw me a curveball, and the barn name is Comet. So that's cool, too, and I like the purple halter. So this one's entered by Jessica Jeffrey. This would be a Canadian entry. The sire is AA's Lucian, and the dam is RPR April Mist. Now that's RPR up in Canada. There's a prefix RPR down here too, like RPR's Impulsive Superman, but there's actually two RPRs that's in existence. So the sire AA's Lucian, he's a son of One Awesome Dooley, if you remember him, and then he was out of an SS John Wayne daughter. He was a little few spot stallion that did really good, and I believe they showed him in dressage, the people that had him in Montana. So, and then our RPR April Mist is sired by Jules Gold, who was from Jan and Dean Rogers' program. Jules Gold was. So this is Comet, entry number 117 tonight, AA's Cosmic Cutie. Move on to number 118. If you recognize the halter there type, it's from the same entry. Jessica Jeffrey, thanks again for entering tonight. 2 of them. This is AA's Devil's Charm. They call this one Charm. Same sire as the last one, AA's Lucian. And the dam is Lemus Moon Mist, something like that. It's Lemus, so Lemus Moon Mist, if you want to rhyme it with Moon Mist. That's an SS Go You Devil Go. Of course, that's a Montana breeding, and it's not a far stretch to get up into Canada there. And then, of course, AA's Lucian, we talked about him being a son of one awesome dually. So this one's playing peekaboo with his mom there. Don't see much of it, but this is Charm. Again, entry 118, AA's Devil's Charm, entered by Jessica Jeffrey. Moving on to entry 119. This is Cowboys Never Lie. They haven't picked a barn name yet for this one at the time. This one's entered by Dean Damon. Thanks, Dean, for entering this. It's sired by Chocolate Never Lies, who is a stallion for Jess Drishkata, DVM, and the Pony Farm there in Iowa. So Dean bred to an outside stallion, and he bred Just an Angel Fire, one of his mares. And I was going to call it Little Dean because there's not a name, but I don't know if this is a filly or a colt. It looks kind of like a colt, but they named it Cowboys Never Lie after its sire, Chocolate Never Lies. So good catchy name there. Of course, Chocolate Never Lies is a son of Doc's Chocolate Impulse. He won a bunch of stuff, and of course was the first full by Chocolatey in POAs. And then his Chocolate Never Lies dam is RPR's Shotgun Annie. She was bred by Melissa Slayton, won the Select Sire Futurity back in the 2000s, like 2004, and she's a full sister to a whole bunch of other ones, other famous ones, of course. So stud colt, Dean says, okay, I'm calling him Little Dean, because you didn't give me a name for him. No, I'm just kidding. I have NA down, so not available. But the registered name's going to be of this cute little baby, Cowboys Never Lie. So this was entry number 119 tonight. We only have 2 entries left, but don't go anywhere. If you want to make the popcorn, you can, but we're going to have the honorable mentions and then the top 10 list, starting with 10 on down to the first place to the winner. So, but we do have 2 left. The next one up is entry number 120. This is Got My Lacases On, and that's a play on names because the mother has got her high heels on, and they call it Casey. So that's cool, based off the name. And the sire is Supernatural. This was entered by Jess Drishkata, DVM, and the Pony Farm. And of course, she has Supernatural and the mother. So Got Her High Heels On is sired by Impulsive Zippo. And then it's out of a Doc's mare. Doc's Sudden, I think Intentions is or Invitation, Doc's Sudden Invitation. It's a full sister to Doc's Sudden Attraction, who's became a very popular brood mare. She's had about 4 national champions. You guys would recognize all those. Of course, blame it on Chocolate, Dr. Chocolate, and then some of the peanuts, the chocolate peanut ones that are showing up doing so well. So that's on the bottom side. And then, of course, Supernatural, going back to Superman, Impulsive Superman is the sire. So, and he's one of the Pony Farm stallions there in Iowa. So this is entry number 120. Got My Lacases On, and they call him Casey. And that's a pretty cute baby picture right there. He's laughing at us, I think. So, but yep, that one got a lot of attention for sure. Great picture. So our last entry tonight is another cool name. We have some cool names tonight to go with the great pictures. This is entry number 121, and this is Oklahoma Smoke Show, and they call it Tulsa. And Robin Krogman entered this one. The sire is the well-known Appaloosa, beautiful Appaloosa horse Intuit, who's starting to be used in POAs. And that beautiful mare in the picture there is Dancing Queen. She's an own daughter of Sunbright Skip the Dance. If you guys remember that stallion, he's still around, I believe. So Intuit, the Appaloosa stallion, bred Dancing Queen to get entry number 121 tonight, Oklahoma Smoke Show, and they call it Tulsa. So very nice set there, mother and baby. All right, so I want to congratulate everybody that sent in all the winning ones, all the babies. So we're going to run down. He actually picked 4 honorable mentions and then also the top 10. So bear with me as I straighten out some papers and I scroll back because I got to go back to the first honorable mention here. So, okay, number 117, Comet. Comet is your first honorable mention, and that's AA's Cosmic Cutie, Jessica Jeffrey. The judge felt like that one should be mentioned. This is number 112, Rita. Again, this is an honorable mention. HGF, Just a Margarita, Wendy Zastro and Jordan Ashbrenner. Then we move on to entry number, suspense is killing you, I know. 108 is Dandelion, is an honorable mention. Again, from Wendy Zastro and Jordan Ashbrenner. And that is HGF, I'm a Dandy Loper, and they call it Dandelion. So Palomino and Palomino there, looks like. And then our last honorable mention is just down the road here, and that is Cat. And this is entry number 106, Cat. Again, it's an HGF. You know, they had 9 entered, so they're going to get some airtime, of course. So 106 is HGF, Too Cool to Lope. And again, nickname is Cat, and it's Zastro and Ashbrenner again from Hidden Gem Farm. So they got, 3 there in the top, in the honorable mention. So now we're going to get to our top 10. Again, congratulations to everybody. Laughing at the world, Jan said about that picture. Yeah, I wish I could do that sometimes. Sometimes you got to cry, but okay, we're going to scroll around. Okay, starting off the top 10, here we go. I'd do a drum roll, but then the camera would shake, so I won't do that. Entry number 119 tonight took 10th place, and that is Cowboys Never Lie. Dean Damon entered this one, and we need to help Dean pick a barn name for this beautiful colt here. So it's now 10th place tonight in the Cutest Baby Contest. Okay, bear with me. We got to do a lot of scrolling to get to 9th place. Okay. Here we go. 9th place is entry number 102, and this is Dunny. And Dunny was, like I said, the second one we looked at, 102. This is Trophies Done It in Sunshine. They call him Dunny or Red out in Oregon. Linda Hunter. Congratulations. Yep, tiny, she said, and it's probably not very old, but boy, beautiful color. And can't see 3 of the legs, but the one leg has got a nice sock there, nice star. So Dunny is your 9th place entry tonight in the top 10. Moving on to 8th in the Cutest Baby Contest, 3rd annual. And in 8th, we have Robin is the barn name, and this is entry 114, and this is Batmobile. And of course, this one's owned by McGuire and Spencer Biggs of Oklahoma. So they call it Robin, and its registered name is going to be Batmobile, one name. So that's your 8th place Cutest Baby tonight. 7th place is a quick trip right here to Ty. Ty is your 7th place. This was entry 113. Again, this was an HGF. So this was HGF Sunday's News. And of course, Zastro and Ashbrenner, Hidden Gem Farms, HGF Sunday's News. They call it Ty. And that's your 7th place baby tonight in the Cutest Baby Contest. Moving on to number 6. Again, we don't have to go too far. And we have entry number 111. And this is Rex, HGF, That Dirty Loper. They call him Rex, like I said. Wendy Zastro and Jordan Ashbrenner from Hidden Gem Farm. He's your 6th place cutest baby tonight. Moving on to number 5. We're halfway there if you're keeping track at home. Your 5th place cutest baby tonight is entry number 103, and this is Mickey. And Mickey is T Zippin' to Gold, and it was entered by Sarah Trayer, bred by Lindsay Zom. They call him Mickey, and again, his registered name is going to be T Zippin' to Gold. Good name, cool picture, cool looking baby there. So congratulations in 5th place. Again, we don't have to go very far for 4th place. One up, that's entry number 104. And that is Mimi, they call her. I'm thinking it's a girl probably. And it's RY, Meet Me at the Met. And this one was sent in by Kate Searle. And of course, it's bred and owned by the Gardners, Rockin' Y Ranch in Utah. So RY, Meet Me at the Met, Mimi. Beautiful picture there, beautiful baby. I love this picture. So this is 4th place tonight in the cutest baby contest. Move on to 3rd place. We're in the top 3. 3rd place tonight is number 107, and they call this one Halo. His registered name is going to be HGF Ring Around My Loper. Again, Wendy Zastro and Jordan Ashbrenner. The registered name is going to be HGF for Hidden Gem Farm, and then Ring Around My Loper. They put Loper or Lope in most of the names because of Clay Hill Lazy Loper. So he's jumping off the ground there. He's having a good old time. So that's your 3rd place cutest baby tonight in the 3rd annual Cutest Baby Contest, Halo. Okay, now we got to go up the ladder a little bit for our reserve, runner-up, 2nd place, whatever you want to call it. And that is Jelly Bean, entry number 115. Her brother won a few years ago, but this time this one got reserved, so Mama is a proud mama of a winner, and now this time 2nd. Different judges each time, and again, I have no influence on this, and the people don't know who these are. I guarantee you all 3 judges the 3 years we've done this don't know any of these POAs or the owners. They didn't even know the names or anything. So this is Jelly Bean 115 tonight, and of course that's Berry Sweet Jelly Bean. That's easy to figure out. Tim and Melissa Andring from Berry Sweet Acres. So congratulations on Jelly Bean's 2nd place finish. That's a very unique photo. It's kind of risky, I thought, doing that photo because it's blurry and you can't see much of the baby, but the shavings hanging off the mouth there and the chin and then the lip open. It is very cute, and that's what it's called. So the cutest baby contest. So we move on to, let's congratulate again everybody and our champion here, and give the little baby Winnie. Thank you for everybody watching tonight as we scroll through to get our winner. And some people might already have this figured out who it's going to be. But 1st place, and I see a theme here again, but the mouth open and the laughing baby. This is entry number 120 tonight, Casey. And they're going to make me pronounce the boots again, but got my Lacases on is his name, and so they call it Casey. Again, it's from Jess Drishkata, DVM. Of course, she grew up in POAs and the pony farm there in Iowa. So this has got my Lacases on, and the dam has got her high heels on, and then it's sired by Supernatural. And the barn name is Casey. I want to watch some of these and see what happens to them, over the years. We should do a show about the cutest babies from the 1st year because they're 2 years old now. So strong choice, cute picture, Melissa said. So, yep, they're all were cute, but those top 2, just the way they were posed at the camera and everything, I could see the theme that the judge was going for there. So he asked me a couple different rules, like if it was, funny pictures or confirmation, or he didn't use the word confirmation, but looks, or what? And I said, it's just like the word says, cutest baby. So again, congratulations to Casey. It's the winner. We will be making a poster for Casey that looks like these other posters from years past that you've seen earlier. So congratulations again to the Pony Farm and Jess Drish, Kada, DVM for entering this one tonight. So I hope everybody had a fun time looking at all these babies. We'll scroll through them again a little bit while I get to the past winners again. Boy, we got some nice babies in here. And several for sure that may become champions. Who knows? Maybe all 21 of them will in their own right and in different arenas and pens around the country. And remember, a couple of these are from Canada as well, and they're from all over the country. That's what I liked about it, that they were from all over. There we go. There's our 21 again. And there's last year's winner, Porky. There's the inaugural winner, Milkshake. That was Andrings. They took reserve this year with the half sibling to this one. So, and then, of course, there's our podcast. We will be having some more podcasts in the future. We're going to have some guests. I might interview some POA kids here coming up that are currently just getting done with their career, youth career pretty much. And there's our logo, the cutest baby contest. So next year, I hope we get maybe closer to 50 babies. You know, we can handle that in a couple-hour deal. Tonight, it didn't even last an hour, but that's fine, quick and easy. You can go back to the other stuff going on tonight on TV if you want to. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks for all your kind words on here. The foals are hard to, foals are hard to get a picture of, Linda said. Yep, she was telling me, some people were telling me about how friendly the foals are, and they'd get in your back pocket. But at least with cell phones now, you can kind of snap a little better picture. You don't have to pose as much. You can just sneak it out and snap one quick. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, again for watching. And we probably won't have a show for the next couple weeks because next week a lot of people are headed to Tulsa to the Congress. I'll be heading there for meetings and inspections and stuff. Then Halter is next Friday, of course, and then the whole next week show. So we won't have shows for a couple weeks, but we'll probably come back in August with some shows. So hang in there and tell all your friends to tune in and watch them. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the babies. Thanks, everyone, for entering the baby contest this year, and look forward to it again next year. See you in Tulsa or see you in August here on the podcast. Enjoy the song, everyone. Good night.